Let's now look at antonyms. So antonym is an antonym of synonym. Hope that makes sense to you. But essentially, it just means words that have opposite meanings. So here, simple means the opposite to complicated. If you replace one of the words with the other, it has the opposite meaning. So the sum was very simple versus the sum was very complicated. They have opposite meanings. Notice that they are both adjectives, so once again, have to be the same part of speech. So once again, our antonym questions will involve two sets, and we'll have to choose one, which means the opposite to a word in the other set. So with this example, we can see that confident from set 1 is an antonym of shy from set 2. They mean the opposite. If someone's very confident, they have a lot of confidence. If someone's quite shy, they're timid, they are not confident. Let's now try this question. So in our first set, we have simple, seal, and illness. In our second set, we have open, healthy, and close. So remember, we're looking for antonyms, words that have opposite meaning. First of all, illness and healthy, we often use them in similar contexts when discussing health. However, they are different word classes, so they can be immediately ruled out. Illness is a noun, whereas healthy is an adjective. Don't get caught out by antonyms in the same set. We saw something like this in the synonyms examples, but open and close, whilst they mean opposite things, they're both in set 2, whereas we need one word from the first set, one word from the second set. And finally, one last thing to watch out for, homonyms like seal. So what is a homonym? It is a word which can have multiple meanings, but it's pronounced and spelled the same. So here, seal can be an animal. That's one meaning of the word seal. However, another meaning is the verb which means to fasten or close. Our answer is seal and open. So if we look at these little images, when we seal up an envelope, we are closing it, whereas if we are opening an envelope, we are opening it. It's the opposite action. Now let's practice everything we've learned so far. Okay, so looks like F and B are the most popular answers. So let's try those. And unfortunately, that is not quite right. So watch out here. Whilst greed and generous, they seem like they could be opposites. Generous is an adjective, it's a describing word, whereas greed is a noun. So if it were greedy and generous, then that would be absolutely right. But because greed is a noun, it cannot possibly be an antonym of generous. Equally, if generous were replaced with generosity, that could work. But here, they are incompatible. The answers we were looking for were dishonest and sincere. So if someone is dishonest, that means they are not honest. We know this because dis is a prefix which means not. So if they're dishonest, they are insincere, they are not sincere. So if you're sincere, you're truthful. If you're dishonest, you are not.